Okay, hi everybody. Hi everyone. Uh, so last week I wasn't feeling so well. I didn't want to say anything because I would sound so hoarse. I can't speak, and my tonsil was like swollen. So today I'll be doing like a very quick 30 minutes, just drawing and painting. But I'm not sure how much I can do because if you have seen the picture that I uploaded, it's actually quite complicated, and I'm planning to just ink the mountain at the distance. So this is a picture of maybe I'll just so this is a picture of our Lake Abraham. It's in Canada. I got this photo reference from Unsplash, so I hope it's free. It's the royalty free. I intend to actually use all of my own travel photo, but because Inktober 52, the prompt of this week is last week was is bubbles, so I can't find any bubbles travel pictures, so I took it from Unsplash. So I was planning to do the inking, to ink the distant mountain, this part, and that's very much it. And the rest, I will be doing. I'll be painting in watercolor. And I like recently, I won't say recently, but I've always liked negative painting. And last week, I was doing the ferns, and I was using negative painting technique. So I think it's gonna take a long time. It's really a very slow technique because you need to wait for things to dry. Yeah, so it will take me a while. I don't think I can finish it in the time that I think during this live painting. Okay, I wanted to actually wake up earlier to do some painting, to do the drawing and some prelim preliminary preliminary. Anyway, let's start. Okay, you see a shadow over here, right? It's because of the camera. So I actually have a GoPro over here that is that I'm planning to record the whole video. Okay, so let's get started. I have actually haven't had breakfast, but I guess my coffee will be just okay. Let me turn this on. Oh, okay, it's on. Okay, so let's get started. This is the Fontaine paper. Oh no, I actually even I haven't even taped it all up. So this is the clear Fontaine paper. It's 100% cotton, and it's cold press paper. I think recently it has become like my new favorite because I find that it's really quite hardy, can stand a lot of torture, especially with all the watercolor techniques. And it's not, the surface is actually not too rough. Some of the cold press paper that I find from the good makers, they're kind of rough. Feels like really rough, and I feel very bad for my pens. So this one is nice. The surface is, even though it's cold press, it's not too rough. So it's really quite good. Okay, so I'm done with the taping. I shall try to do the recording on my GoPro. I don't really like this GoPro because it's very cranky. It's weird. Sometimes it just stops, doesn't work. And the battery drains really, really fast. So okay, so what I'll do here is I will first draft. As usual, I always draft my painting first with pencil. So I am using a whole block over here. I didn't take it out from the block because I find that keeping it stuck to the gum board actually prevents it from warping. So previously I tear out the paper and I stick it onto a surface, but I realized that it will actually cause the painting to warp. But the last time when I did it, it wasn't so long. No, I mean it wasn't. It was stuck onto the board, and I realized that it's not. It didn't warp at all. The painting didn't warp at all, so it's really, really good. So anyway, okay. Let's start with the pencil drafting. So as we know, this is really for us to learn to make ourselves familiar, or no, to make it easier for us when we paint or draw, so that we can concentrate on the details and not worry about the proportion. So of course, there's some people who don't do that. They prefer it to be spontaneous. Of course, that's no issue. I think sometimes when you do that, you might get very interesting. It might get interesting because you are forced to really understand and digest that scene before you put it down to paper. So it's like more conscious way of like drawing. But I cannot process and draw at the same time. So I would prefer to have some kind of draft so that I can just concentrate on the lines and things like that. So anyway, this is gonna be how it's like. This is just a draft of the distant mountain. I'm still thinking how I would do the bright areas, because there are certain bright areas that you can't draw. I probably need to maybe use my passion orange. I may leave it white. So what I'll do is I'll paint in the current. I don't know whether you know what I'm talking about, but there's certain portion of this painting where there's a reflection of the evening sky, and for those you have to leave white, meaning you can't paint over it. You got to let the watercolor paper show, and then you're gonna paint it over when everything is done. So this is what I meant, especially this part here, and there's some of these parts over here as well. So this, I think I will just leave them untouched, and I will probably just very lightly paint the dark areas over here, and the bubbles I will be doing the technique that I mentioned just now, which is the negative painting. So for negative painting, right, you can't really keep it to I can't really use the pencil draft because it will show unless I use really very light, which I may attempt to do. Maybe I'll do very light drawing, and then I will then use that as like a reference kind of thing. So I'm quite excited to try the negative painting on this piece because I've been trying it on like forested areas, paintings with leaves and trees, and those are quite pretty standard negative painting subjects. So these are like little stack up bubbles. So I don't know how it would look, but I think it'll be fun to try it out. So the thing about negative painting is that you have to layer on your watercolor. So if you have a very lousy paper, it's not going to work. Yeah. I'm just like rambling on. Okay. So note that we haven't really inked yet. So what I'm doing here is still doing the pencil draft. Yeah. As I said, I think I said in the description that I would love to go to this place to see this on my own. Yeah, but now we have to rethink travel. So the only way we can appreciate these images would be by photographs, which is what isn't that what we used to do, you know? So you can't travel, but you can show the world how nice your location is. Appreciate what you have. So this is just gonna be a very quick 30 minutes stream. Because I'm using a free software, so I am like limited to the amount of time I have on the streaming software per month. So I'll likely finish this offline and then share the full video. No, maybe just a time lapse. Share the time lapse with everyone. So you can watch out for that. So I don't know. It's gonna be probably like that. I don't know if you can see it. There's a pencil draft. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here for the drafting. Next, I will be inking the distant mountain. With I used to be like a fountain pen fanatic. I'm not sure whether I'm still no. Actually, I haven't gotten any new fountain pens for a long time. So this is something that I got when I was in Japan. I think several years ago, and it's the Platinum 3667 demonstrator. I think there's a name to it, but I forgot. Could be Fuji or something. I forgot that they make very interesting pens from Platinum. So this pen is from Platinum. It's really they have like different seasons, and different seasons they make different kind of look. So I filled it with the Noodler's Lexington grey ink. I still have quite a lot left. I think there's something wrong with the pen. I haven't been using it for a while, so just now when I was trying to ink it, I mean like I was trying to fill it, it became ink started coming out from it. So I had to like clean up, which is why you can't see anymore. But yeah, I had all the ink markings, the stain, my fingers. The nib is medium size. I don't really like medium sized nib, but because I'm doing I won't say it's like super big, but it's a considerable big piece. So I think it's better to use a huge nib. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult for me to complete a piece in the time that I want to do. And yeah, because I have been using the Shinhan art liner, and I was using it as like 0.8 mm, which is like so thick. So I was wondering if I can use it in that way, why can't I use my fountain pen, since I have so many fountain pens just sitting around in the house. Yeah. So I just started. I just recently took my pens out to re-ink them and to use them again. So so now I'll be continuing to do the inking. So certain parts I wouldn't ink, like I'll of course I think how I do things, right? I will only ink the darkest areas, darkest region. So if they are not dark, I will use watercolor Watercolor painting is a lot about and drawing. Actually, I think art or like drawing is very much about the ability to see the dark and light areas, and then to use what media you have to portray that contrast, and that creates your painting. If you want it realistic, of course. But if you are not like the traditional kind, then of course anything goes. It doesn't. You don't really have to think about dark and bright and things like that. So this is how, yeah. There's really minimum like inking here in this piece, because of the nature of it lah. Like because of the bubbles and things like that. So I am thinking of how to draw the details of the mountain, distant mountain. You know, I find that actually if you have this brush over here, it can be easily done with the dry brush method. I can't find this. Is it? The Pentel brush pen. Oh, okay. So if you have the Pentel brush pen, you can actually do the details pretty quickly, and it has this dry brush effect. So it may be a bit too dark, but I will just show you how it looks. So this piece is very much whether it's good or bad. I think it really depends on the watercolor part. So later on, I will have to spend some time. Can you see that I can just create these brush strokes, and it seemed to like look like distant mountain. I mean, like the snow-capped mountain kind of feel. So, haha. This is called a lazy person's way. But I think you have to just try it out first. And then just use your finger to just spread out the ink. Hi everyone. So this live stream will go on for 30 minutes. So it has been 12 minutes on 19 minutes, 20 minutes. It's been like 20 minutes on the counter, on the video length. So I will not extend it because I have, as I said, I'm using a free plan on a streaming plan. So if I use it, if I overuse, then I can't stream the next one. So this is how I don't even need to use my pen. Haha. Okay, I'm just using this brush. But this brush pen, the color is dark. It's black, so it's not so. The color is not so accurate. But I guess I can like try to use it together. You know, yeah, something like that. And I can just fill in the details, the gray, with my platinum pen. I think line and wash is very interesting. It's very fun because you have more materials to work with. You have the pen and you have the watercolor. So fun to look at new materials and to buy new things to try to perfect your work. And yeah. So I recently, yesterday I uploaded a new video on my paper that the paint that I got from Overjoy. Do give it a quick look if you are interested in art materials and watercolor things, because it's quite fun, that set that I have reviewed, the cards. I think before it came out, there was some like chip also from that you can buy online. and I haven't bought it, but I think it's quite popular. It's like maybe from Prestify or something. I don't remember the brand, but they have very like a fan shape, and they have like blocks of colors in one slab. And I think I tried it like briefly when I was in, or seen someone use it that time when I was in Vietnam for one of the sketch walks. And I thought it was quite interesting. Just that the colors were a little bit chalky, because I think it's really made for beginners. Don't know, like it's like a craft like paint kind of thing. So this is how the mountain is done. I'm not sure if I am like can is it in focus? I hope it's in focus. It's a little bit like off. Sorry. Okay. Yep. So yep. Okay. So this is how it's like. I think I might just probably done with this. Probably. Don't want to overwork it. It might become like the darkest part, because then I have to adjust, because when you look at a piece, right, you have to look at the darkest part of the piece. This is pretty dark, this part, and maybe some of these, but it's actually as the color, the it's quite dark, it's darker, it's as dark as like some of these parts over here. So when I paint this later, I have to really make sure that I use like the darkest blue. But I'm quite excited about the blue. It's like a bluish, purplish, blackish blue. Maybe I can use the what is that? Moon glow, which is quite a cool color. Okay, so maybe what I'll do here is I will try the painting. Or maybe I should just take a look at this again. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, so now I will be trying out the painting of it. You know what? I think I probably be using a lot of lavender again. Somehow, or some blue. Yeah, reddish tone blue. So this is really quite a nice combination of colors, because it's blue plus orange. So like they are complementary colors. And actually you can paint this with maybe 2 or 3 colors. You just need the orange, a purple, and a blue. Yeah, 3 colors. Should I do 3 colors? Okay, let me know. Maybe if you want to, you can just comment. If you want me to try using just 3 colors, then I'll use 3 colors. It'll be, I mean, it's not like challenging, but it will be quite interesting thing to do. So I most likely will be using this, maybe the brilliant orange here, maybe. Or I can use my passion orange. I quite like the passion orange because it's like so fluorescent, this one over here. And the blue wise, I think I can use the ultramarine deep. Yeah, is it ultramarine? Yeah, it's a more purplish, more reddish blue. Reddish blue. Does it make sense? Reddish blue. So it's like a more deep blue that you can, more reddish blue that you can use, and maybe the lavender. So probably these 3 colors. I guess these 2 will make really nice darks, and I might throw in maybe the maybe one neutral tint color like the moon glow or the lunar violet. Is it lunar violet or shadow violet? Yeah, either one of these colors, just for the dark parts. So yeah, I have 4 minutes. I will do as much as I can. Let me just keep all the extra stuff. So these things it's really quite a quick thing. I mean, like there's really not much of the watercolor. I mean, not much of the drawing involved, but most of it, it's about doing the watercolor paint, which is gonna take a hell long time. But I think I quite enjoy the process because it's quite meditative, especially when you're doing like negative painting, right? And you're trying to get things to sort of layer on getting things to work. It's quite fun. But please don't use a like lousy paper when you're doing this, because it's gonna like warp like crazy, because you need to use a lot of water. Yeah. And try it out first. I'm not exactly very good at it. Sometimes I make mistakes. Maybe I'll take it out, because I really just gonna use a few colors. So I'm just gonna take out the colors that I'm using, because I don't really need the whole palette. Yeah, probably this one over here. Yeah, Moon Glow. I only have this small little pen of Moon Glow. I should get some more. Maybe I'll get it from Art. No, Straits Art. I think Straits Art has it. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. I just took out the colors that I want to use. Okay, these three. And I may need to top up some of these other colors. How am I gonna? Seriously lack of space. Okay. Yeah. Some more. Okay. So I'll be using the Brilliant Orange, Passion Orange. So I need to top up the colors actually. Yeah. I need to find a way to organize this, or I can't paint. Okay, anyway. Okay, so I will be using, I think, a few sizes. I'll be using the Holbein brush, maybe the Rosemary flat, and also some of these like really small ones. To paint the, I don't have a small round brush. I've always been using the bigger ones, like the 12, size 12. Yeah, this is size 4 Da Vinci, but this is not a round. This is not like a natural hair saver round brush. Eh, and this one, so I really need to use the small ones too. And yeah, I think I'm good to go. You guys have been waiting for me to paint, right? For the past how many minutes? I think I am going to be going over the timing soon. Okay, maybe I'll just show you like the first wash, so that you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll just paint the orange first. I still think I need my round brush, size 10 round brush. I really like using the size 10 round brush. Then I'll wet the paint. So for here, I think the color, the Passion Orange is maybe the best, and not the Brilliant Orange, because it's more, as I said, fluorescent. So let's just try this out first. Just a very light wash, okay? Because I just want to have like a little bit of the orange, like as a base of everything. I'm not sure whether I'm doing this like the right way, but this is really how I envision it to be. Probably there's no like right or wrong way, because with experience you really know which step to do first, which layer to go down first, and things like that. And you learn it from trial and error, which is what I'm doing. Of course, sometimes you may make mistakes, but it's really, up to you. It's really up to how you're gonna like salvage the painting. At the end of the day. Now, of course, if you are like a seasoned artist, if you are like very good, you already know what you need to do, without like the right way, it works for you. That's how it's like. So I think what I'll do is I'll just mirror it on this area. It's not that difficult. This sky, I think it's okay. It's not difficult to paint. So I will add a little bit of like the Brilliant orange, because brilliant orange is so brilliant. I mean, like, brilliant, like it's so bright. I really love this color. So I think I'm gonna sneak in some like coral orange as well. So recently I've been painting a lot of like sunset, because the sunsets have been looking so amazing. And I think I really enjoy painting sunsets, because I mean, I'm not painting it from like as a what do you call it? I'm not painting it live. I'm not doing like a sketch, but at least it's something that I see every day. At least it's something that will change. So I will never get bored with that subject. I'm not sure why I haven't noticed it for so many years, that I can get like such awesome, so beautiful sunset in my place, in my house. Although I have seen like I've seen like a report that on the newspaper, or some online reportage that, oh, the reason why you see such beautiful sunset is because there's less pollution. So I guess it's something telling me like, oh, once life goes back to normal, you're not going to see it anymore. So I mean, I don't know. Is that true? I'm not so sure. I am hoping that that's just like their postulation, and we will still continue to get the beautiful sunset that we've been getting. Yeah, rambling too much. I'm a little bit over the timing, but I think it's fine. I can control such that I don't end up using more the next time. I mean, it's fine, The end of the month is coming, so I think it will renew the yeah. So I think I will leave it like that. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of purple here. Yeah. Oh, I should paint my sunset with this paper, because I've been using the what's that? The Molly Skinny, and I find that it's really difficult to do this kind of like effect, and it's very easy to lift off colors using that paper. I think Molly Skinny is really good for sketches, like uh, pen work, and really light, very light washes. Yeah. Okay, then the next step that I'll do is maybe the mountains. Maybe the mountains. Okay, I'll try a little bit the mountain. So I'm still using my size 10 brush. It's a little bit too blue. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit too blue. I will add some red, magenta. Or should I just use the magenta? Nah, just a little bit. Okay, I'll add a little bit of the lavender. Add a bit of magenta. Yeah. Ooh, woohoo. And maybe a good color to use would be like maybe a very deep ultramarine violet, which I have. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should take it out. I should take out ultramarine violet. Yeah. Okay, I don't really have much of it. Okay. Take it out. Yep. This one. So actually, in fact, I'm using more colors than I initially wanted to use. Yeah. But none of you said anything about using limited palettes, right? So I'm free to use whatever I want. Okay, so ooh, look. So I don't even need to mix, and the color is just right. Oh, oh, I should have waited it to dry. It's okay. It's just it's part of design. It's part of design. Okay, then more of the purple. Yay! Convenient. We even need to mix colors. So I will use the lavender on the rest. Lavender is really like my favorite color for so long. Like it's so versatile. I guess it depends on what you paint. Like if I painting a shop house scene, then lavender will be useless, right? If I'm doing like skies and things like that, then it'll be much better. You can use it. Neat. Okay, so this is how it will look. But we don't want it to be like too boring. You know, like if you just have one color, it's going to be kind of boring. So I'm just going to dab in some of these, like the blue. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so simple. Okay, I think I've reached about 30 minutes of painting time, of YouTube time. So I thank everyone who's watching for watching. I will continue this offline, and if I can, I will show all these how I do the bubbles by layering, by layering and doing the negative painting. Okay, so thank you for watching. I will see you next week. Actually, tomorrow I'll be streaming again in the morning. It's as GSM plus 8 GSM time. I'll be streaming on Instagram, and I'll be doing the shop houses. No, shop front painting. And I'll be using Moon Glow for the shop front painting. I hope to like really keep it to about 15 to 20 minutes because nobody watches painting that's so long, right? Like my last live was like 1.5 hours. Who will sit down and watch 1.5 hours? So anyway, I think I've already like gone too far. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next live stream, which is tomorrow in my Instagram account. Okay, so I'll see you. Bye bye.